Welcome everyone to my art class. My name is Ms. Hedges. This year is going to be a year like no other we've ever had. Students are going to be expected to take greater responsibilities in order to make the most of this new learning situation. Now we have two different kinds of students this year. We have hybrid and we have full remote. When working from home, that means the full remote students and the hybrid students who are working from home at times. Students must follow the bell schedule. They must log on to Teams during their assigned class time. When participating in a live meeting, students must be on time, properly dressed, and ready to go with their required learning tools. If students do not log in and check in, they will be marked absent. The remote activity is tracked, and obviously work is monitored. Now, when working from the school, the hybrid students, when they're in the classroom, they should be arriving to class on time. They should be prepared, just like the remote students. Students may not share materials. They're going to require to have their own supplies and materials. They should always respect all people and things, maintain social distance and be mindful, always wearing their masks properly. Cell phones will be allowed in class to look up references or take photos for submitting work on Teams. And I'm asking that students help clean up at the end of the period by wiping down the table after I spray it down for them. Now, sketchbook work. Students have made sketchbooks, and I've made sketchbooks for students who are remote, and they should have been picked up by now. If you haven't picked up your child's sketchbook, please do so, because most of these assignments that I give will be completed within that sketchbook. We want to avoid collecting paper, and so most work will also be handed in through Teams. Now, it's very important that students turn in their work on time and that it is complete. There's a lot of issues with students not handing their work in or not handing in work that's handed in correctly, not handing in and attaching work. So I want to go through a little bit of navigating Teams with you. Students want to click on their tile for their class, in this case, our art class. Here's what a typical post looks like. Each day that we have art, I'll have a daily morning announcement that basically gives everyone a heads up on what we'll be doing and what will be expected. Assignments are also posted on the posts on the feed there, so students can see assignments being posted. They can also find assignments by clicking on the Assignments tab. So if you click on the Assignments tab, it's going to look something like this. Assignments are categorized under Assigned and Completed. Now here's the problem. Sometimes students hand in work and it is not actually complete, but Microsoft Teams still will put it under the completed. So it's really important when students get their work back that they check for a grade and feedback. So as you can see, that practice assignment that you saw previously under Assigned is now been returned. There's a check mark if your student or your child shows you, I have everything handed in. Look, all the checks. Please, if I'm asking them in chat to return or turn in another assignment, it's because there's something wrong with it. And so they should be checking it and seeing what feedback I've given them. So if you click on that, it's going to look something like this. Now we see the student has received a 0. The feedback says there is no work attached. As you can see, it just says add work. There's nothing attached to it. And to please attach work for a grade. This is why it is so important for students to check when their work is returned. They have to make sure they've gotten a passing grade. They have to see if there's been feedback for if they have to rework something. Now back to supplies. As I said earlier, students are going to have to bring in their own supplies. Supplies that we're asking for: pencil and eraser, a pencil sharpener, a Sharpie, a set of colors, the thick ones, they're called broadline, not the thin ones, colored pencils or crayons, and glue, scissors, and ruler. Those last three, the glue, scissors, and ruler, we won't be using right away. It's really the ones on top that we're looking to be using ASAP. Now grading, 40% for their major projects, 40% for classwork and exercises, homework, that kind of thing, and then 20% is their daily performance. This includes attendance. So students, the hybrid students especially, need to be logging in and checking in when they're working from home because it will start to negatively affect their daily performance grade if they do not. As long as we work together, we will have a great year, and I cannot express enough how important communication is between parent and teacher, parent and child and teacher. Parents, you may contact me by calling the school. My email is right here, carrie.hedges@bufsd.org, or you can contact me through Parent Square. Thank you so much and have a great night.